Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first, and certainly they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisville Cardinals. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense is on the field for the first time today. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Morris. Finds his man, it's Thomas. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense going forward.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
The give to the fullback. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Cardinals offense has its first opportunity of the day. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
He is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter.
Turning it on! Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Let's talk a minute about Louisville's new quarterback, Miller Moss. Last year, started 9 games at his childhood favorite, USC, before being replaced by Jaden Mayava. Now with the Bill, he fills a void and brings a gunslinger mentality, Jesse.
He has that gunslinger mentality. When it's going good, it's normally going really, really good, but he has to be able to avoid the mistakes. And let's not forget, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too. Tyler Shuck did some really good things for Louisville's offense this season ago. So for Miller Moss, a chance to rejuvenate his career and do it at Louisville.
Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate tip. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Brown has it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
With the catch, it's Collins. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the Cavaliers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Running into the open space. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. To throw, it's Morris. The short hands, it's Thomas. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it's hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Collins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Finds a crease at the 20. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. 3:25. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Cardinals trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to barge in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Morris. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
It's a reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Cardinals will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got it near midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give to the back. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll give it to the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And you want to run. Oh, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Morris. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Makes the grab on the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Cavaliers in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Looking downfield, it's Moss. Pulls it in, it's Bell. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Cardinals have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Got it on the outside. It's Stewart. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Louisville! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again often. right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more. On the board before the break. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Going to the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he found a space on the right. 10. Touchdown Cardinals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen, force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
The Cavaliers will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job this final night.
He just broke the century mark, 100 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11th.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to pass, it's Morris. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to do it on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw, it's Moss. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
And the Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And the Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Moss. Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
To the air on second down. This time he's got his man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, better look out. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. There he goes. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Morris. Dumps it to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
So nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Cardinals are threatening in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. It's Watson. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Louisville! And the comeback is on. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Looking for a man. It's Morris. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Looking for space. It's Watson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught in the backfield. It's Andrews. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Handoff from the gun. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Cavaliers line it up with a 1st and goal. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're going to run it. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
Now, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.